The holidays are a time to feel and create joy. And what could be more joyous than the look on her face as she unwraps a stunning new jewelry piece from Blue Nile? How about getting 50% off your purchase? Blue Nile offers premium quality, priced below traditional retail. Their online experts are available 24/7 to answer any questions and make sure you've picked the perfect gift. For a limited time, you can get 50% off at BlueNile.com. That's 50% off at BlueNile.com.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Tired of ads crashing your comedy podcast party? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free comedy to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
Previously on Roll Britannia.
Will you join me so willingly?
Derek answers with throwing 2 daggers.
15 points of damage, and it was a magical weapon, wasn't it? 5 flumps appear. You are visibly terrified, and you age 20 years.
That would make Derek 195 years old.
Right, it's my turn to use magic, so I'm going to use Hunter's Mark.
Roll D100. You shrink 9 inches.
So now,
just FYI, that is a permanent effect.
I'm sorry.
So magic's all right then, guys, is it? I throw the box, now on fire, in a shock, panic, hot potato moment at the nearest flump.
They all start to excrete this disgusting smelling liquid gas type spray.
Natural 1.
Jeff's the smelly kid now.
You are literally so disgusting right now that you damage people with your smell.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot him with banger. Why not?
Jeff, good news, you're not setting fire to
I'm not
anything.
setting fire to anything. I'm going to go up to him, blind him using blindness.
Doesn't specifically go blind. His eyes actually disappear.
Come on, Flump.
All the flumps turn in unison, reach out with their tentacles. They actually managed to do 20 acid damage. He's looking real bad off.
Finish him, Derek.
You got it on the ricochet. A key drops to the ground.
I'm going to go running up to the door, insert
turn the
opening
key and it
big
unlocks
lock
the door.
noise.
You find in there a letter addressed to the Admiralty.
Goodness me.
Let's just get out of here.
Where the hell have you been? Make yourselves less disgusting. Derek, try this. She hands you a small vial.
Fine, yeah, I'll drink it.
I mean, you feel 20 years younger.
At this point, Keth feels suddenly compelled to go and speak to Starflower.
All caught up? Good. Let's get back to the action. So, you all head into Captain Timber's cabin, and he's there with Greg Flashman. And they're just having a bit of a chat, and when Greg Flashman sees you coming, he says, "Oh, hello, boys! Great to see you again. Shame we didn't get to use the old bangers, eh?"
No.
I used mine quite a few times.
Hey, you used to be bigger, didn't you?
Yes.
Someone cut you down to size, eh? What?
Even though I'm shorter, my temper's also shorter, so don't push it, Flashman.
Tally-ho, bop bop, wing wing, off we go. Ha ha ha. Right, I'm off to sort out the lads. See you later, Captain.
Bet you are.
More training tomorrow?
And he sort of, well, not storms, but
briskly marches.
What's the word? Briskly maneuvers himself out of the room. Yes, he sort of whirlwinds himself out of the room. And you're all left there in his wake, feeling weirdly impressed by him, as always. And somewhat jealous of his bravado.
Derek's sort of come round to the idea of him. Originally, he was like,
Okay, Captain Timbers, he says, thank you very much for joining me, boys. I'm glad you've got rid of that ungodly stench that was purveying from you, and I see you've returned to your healthy-looking, young, 170-odd years old, my dwarven friend.
Thank you very much. You nice. Don't look a day over whatever gnomish middle age is.
Thank you. I try to moisturise and such.
We'll have a chat about skincare routines and stuff, because I could use
very
some
important,
tips.
they say, but now is, as they say, not the time.
No.
So, you brought me this letter, or rather Starflower did. You handed over to her.
We didn't open it.
Boys.
Maybe that was a mistake, but we did deliberate for quite a long time.
I imagine that you did. It was it's fairly typical of you. I imagine you phoned the letter in the first 2 minutes and spent the following 43 debating whether or not to open it or not. But I'm glad you chose not to.
We fought a ghost. Keth got shorter, I got older,
a ghost,
and younger, yeah.
I'm being crushed by the weight of responsibility.
I see. Very wise. Very wise. Now, this letter is, as you see, addressed to the Admiralty. So well done, you brought me the right thing.
I've got all this just in case.
Just dumps a big bag of paper.
And just bring out all the rest of the paperwork that I took from the desk.
I have a question for you, my friend, having have a brief look at these. Why have you brought me a large stack of invoices?
You might want to know what their trade dealings were like, and so you could potentially... I don't know.
Follow
this one
the
is
money.
for a plumber.
Follow the money.
Well, you know, you can always... It's always useful to have a good plumber's number, so now you've got one. On a ship, you know, if there's a leak on a ship...
What is the number for?
It's the way of getting their stone and fast speech signal.
Right.
So you use yours
Marvellous.
to clock onto theirs.
There are invoices for services rendered.
Fucking your face.
We shall see what it contains, shall we? And he opens the letter with a rather ornate-looking letter knife that he has on his desk. And he has a quick scan through the letter and he says, "Right, boys, this may be, as they say, your lucky day. How do you feel about going to dinner?"
Well, I'm starving.
Yeah,
I like dinner.
I mean, I'm pretty hungry. Yeah. Nando's, is that open? Yeah. We've got Malrus
Not yet,
got a
my
black
friend.
card. Oh.
Yes, I understand.
get
He was the one who
ice cream
bought
or
that.
something.
That goose has had that in stock for several months now, and I'm surprised he managed to shift it with you. But hey-oh, and Nando's it is that's coming on board. We're very excited about the franchise, and they're paying a pretty penny for it. I'm not lying to you.
I imagine retail space on this ship's quite expensive.
It comes at quite a premium, I'll not lie. They do offer a marvellous takeout service as well. Anyway,
Have we recently got a sponsorship with Nando's or something that I've not been made aware
I'm
of?
hoping for one.
Oh,
I'm
we're
really
waiting
hoping
for
for
it.
it.
Same.
Okay.
I'm
hoping
into
for a
the
sponsor
tweet when
Nando's.
it eventually turns up.
Yeah, I mean, if I can get a real Nando's Black Card, I will be all over that.
Because we won't be getting to Wetherspoons
anyway.
anyway. Certainly not in Birmingham.
No.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want one.
No. So he says, this here, my friend, is not exactly what we anticipated, but certainly a clue. You see, this, my friend, is an invitation to the Admiral, to a dinner, a very posh one, an affair of great pomposity. I think you fellas might be just the people to slip inside and attend said dinner.
Steady.
How feels you about a posh dinner?
Is it like a sit-down meal? Or?
Certainly is, my friend.
Is there a dress code on there for slipping inside?
Certainly is, my friend. It is a black tie.
Yeah, you have to be at least 6 foot tall to enter.
Well, then none of us are going.
Then.
I'm still taller
You have
than
to be at least your original height or taller.
Wait a minute, why are you young again?
Magic, I guess. Derek shrugs his shoulders.
The invitation is to attend the annual dinner of Colonel Arthur Cameron. It's at the Short Manor on Nemmonis Island.
Short manner, you'll fit in right there, Keth.
And he begins to explain to you all about Short Manor and Colonel Cameron. He tells you that Colonel Cameron and how he's an octogenarian and former colonel of the Imperial Army with a strange reputation for being able to extract the truth, or at least what he believes to be the truth, from anyone. Stories of unimaginable torture have been leaked from that island. But the place itself didn't always belong to the Camerons. You see, this Short Manor once belonged to the Short family. It was often described as a bright...
Dwarves, were they?
Bright, that's heightist.
It's
the
fine.
campaign for equal heights will be right on there.
I can say it.
To fantastical beasts everywhere.
It was often described as a bright, happy and beautiful place, but more recent reports have described it as austere, formal, and yet somehow even more grand. You'll be attending this dinner with the highest-ranking dignitaries from within the empire itself, from across the shattered lands. So the high and mighty of all the islands in the region will, well, certainly the ones under imperial rule, will be attending.
Will the Queen be there? Or the Empress?
No, it's not that level of... It's not a royal engagement.
Okay.
It's for the local dignitaries, shall we say.
This sounds fun. This is a secret mission. This is all over it.
The invitation was being sent to the Admiralty as a clue. It was an invitation that was given to the Admiralty by request of the Queen herself to investigate the location of one of the pieces of 8. Ooh. There is a suspicion that the Colonel has come into possession of it and has not told the Queen.
Oh, naughty boy. Naughty boy.
So, the Captain Timothy says, right, the date for this dinner is just a few days' time, and as fortune has it, boys, we are less than a few days from the island. So, we will set a course. You, on the other hand, will need to look your best. So I think it's time you head down to the costume department, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
New suits.
Do you know what?
Right.
Specifically, what's excited me is that I now get to go back on Hero Forge.
Yes. Design another outfit.
Oh, it's tuxedo time.
Right then, boys. Time for your best dinner attire. And for now, fuck off.
Well, fuck off to you as well, Captain.
Fuck off to you, as
the usual
always. Fuck off,
greeting.
Captain.
Very good, very good.
As they fuck off, can I hang back?
You certainly can.
Do we have to take our headphones off?
It's up to Malrus.
No.
Okay.
I kind of want to take them off.
Can I help you, young Malrus? I did say fuck off, but you appear to still be here.
There's just one thing I wanted to say that I probably should have mentioned before, but you kept telling us to fuck off. When I was on the big Turtle Island and I got put in the prison, Z, who I met, she mentioned something about being sent out to sea to work on a big tower that the Empire were building.
A tower, you say?
I just
you know where this tower is?
No, she didn't mention it. But they seemed to be building something. Just thought I should let you know. Maybe you could look into it.
It's very good of you to let me know, young Malrus. I'm not certain what to do with this information, but I will investigate as best I can. I will put, as they say, my feelers out. And hopefully I will find something out. I usually do. Right. You have given me much to think on. So,
I'm going to
as I said before,
fuck off now.
Fuck off. And you do. You leave the captain's cabin, and you see him as you're walking out. He sits down at his desk and begins to pore over various bits of paper. I think it's time for a shopping montage.
Yes. But before we do, I want to talk to Derek.
Yep.
Okay.
Derek.
Yep. That's me.
You
young
have
and
all of a
live as
sudden
ever.
become young again.
Yep.
How? Yeah, we know. I saw you aged when you were frightened, and now you're back on the ship.
I saw you get short when you were being a coward.
Yes. So, come on. How did you regain your youthful middle-aged looks?
Genetics, I think. No. No. I'm just messing with you. Starflower actually pulled me aside and gave me this little sort of thingy in a vial, greater rehealing, or something like that. And I do know it's greater restoration, but Derek would not have paid that much attention to the actual name.
Excellent.
So she had me just basically slug that back. Can't talk now. It's one of the side effects.
Big tongue.
But it sort of seemed to have done the trick. So maybe. But she suggested the rack, which sounds quite painful, but at the same time very effective.
Where did she go?
We are going to meet a torturer, so he might have one as well.
Do you see where she went? Do you know where her cabin is?
Well, we had to go and I don't know where her cabin is. We don't have that kind of relationship. Jeff has been training with her, so he might know.
Ooh, yes. Jeff.
Yes, Keth?
Jeff, where is she? Do you know where she is?
Who's she?
Sorry. Starflower.
Starflower? Yeah, our cabin's down there on the left.
Brill. I'd like to go to Starflower's cabin, please, Mr. Master.
Okay. You knock on the door then, I guess, or are you just bursting in?
No, I'm gonna politely tap on the door and
okay,
with the ultimate to beg for some of this.
But you tap on the door slightly lower than you would have done before.
Yes, still sort of just all my clothes are slightly too long.
About 9 inches lower than you would have done.
Yeah.
Is your cape trailing on the ground now, by the way?
Yeah, much more than it did before, so it's all grubby at the bottom.
Okay, yeah, you knock on the door and you hear from inside. It said, yes?
Starflower, you in there? It's Keth.
Well, I said yes, so yes?
Could have been someone
I'm
else.
Upstairs.
Excellent.
Can I come in? I need to ask a favour.
Sure. Just don't touch anything.
Okay.
And you open the door and go in. Tell me what you expect to see.
I would expect to see a pretty decent sized cabin. But there's probably a shelf with lots of vials and potions bits down on one side. It's very neat and tidy. Smells nice. There's like the little incense candle burning things. Lots of ladies' feminine touches. Drapes.
Very excited about that.
Drapes. It all looks very neat and tidily, orderly. A lady's cabin, I would suppose. But there's a few weapons on the wall as well. A real mix of magic, neat and tidiness, nice smelling things, and there is Starflower.
Just a hint of death.
Okay. You don't see what you expect to see.
Oh, that was fun though.
What you see instead is, well, the best way to describe it is a temple. There is a sort of sort of bed on the floor, simple bed roll on the floor with a few incense. There was incense burning, and Starflower, because Starflower doesn't really sleep. She doesn't really need a bed. She just has somewhere to lay down when she wants to, because she's an elf, you see. And elves don't sleep. They meditate. And that's where you see her, sat cross-legged in a sort of shrine-like area with a few candles and incense things and stuff, just sitting cross-legged on the floor in this sort of area where you can actually see a beam of light coming in through the one porthole in the room. And there's a Carlexa on the wall as well.
Of course.
And that is pretty much everything you can see apart from a wardrobe.
Set an alarm for like 3 a.m. That'll be banter.
Carlexa, add incense to my shopping list.
Yes.
What do you want?
And then Keth sort of, his confidence has been knocked anyway, so he sort of stands there slightly, shuffling his feet a little bit. It's like, well, Derek told me that you managed to help him with some sort of potion. After he came back, he was really old, and now you managed to somehow regain his youth, what there was of it. I am obviously noticeably shorter. It's a big thing for a half-orc. I was hoping that you could help me out.
Well.
Oh, the king of suspense.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought
the audio had cut out for
a
second. But no, it's just Starflower.
Oh, she's meditating.
I'm not sure how to say this to you, Keth, because
I just don't like you.
I generally don't like to be...
I just don't like what I thought she was going to say. I just don't like you.
That's what I was expecting.
I generally don't like to be cruel. And in this case, there is no potion that I know of that can return you to your height.
Well.
Oh, what's that? You didn't want to be mocked about a badge? Jeff? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? What's that short ass? Can I eat from there?
I'm still taller for another couple of years.
Yeah, but I'm still growing, bitch.
I know. I've got a couple of years
full-grown orc. How embarrassing for you.
This is what dads must be like.
Starflower stood up at this point to look you in the eyes and has sort of crouched down a little bit so she can see you face to face. No, I think you're about the same height now. And she looks you in the face and she says, I am sorry, Keth, but I can't help.
Well, I guess it'll save on the tailoring costs, I suppose.
Except all the stuff you have to get retailored.
Well, yes. Well...
Kick him when he's down, why don't you?
Yeah. Keth will look down at his feet and then make his excuses and leave then, I guess.
Just want to say, just at the end of that scene, I just want to say, James just sent me a message about 2 minutes ago that just says, this is going to be disappointing.
I wish I hadn't even bothered.
Fucking slewed.
I think it was quite true to your character that you were so obsessed by trying to find a different route that you've got to try and find a different way of getting taller again, that you followed it up. That was quite nice.
Yeah, lovely.
I like it.
Nice character moment.
It was a good character moment. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I think I'm tempted to give you inspiration for that. Just because Keth's identity is so much about his physical presence.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
I think Keth genuinely would go and try any possible way to try and get his height back. So yeah, have a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good. They are, Keth.
So what? Yeah. It's been so long since
they give you things like magic marigold.
Yeah, I don't give them out very often.
So what happens again with the inspiration? It's been so long.
You can just re-roll.
Yeah,
just a re-roll.
You can basically choose to re-roll anything to expending that point. So should you fail at any point, you can do after your roll. You don't have to choose to take advantage. You can just choose to re-roll.
Cool.
But I think you have to take the second roll.
Yeah, you have to take the second one. You can't just choose. So you can say, if you really, really want to do it, you can say, well, I've failed this, but I'm not going to fail. I'm going to use my inspirational points and I'm going to re-roll it. Because, arguably, if you failed anyway, your odds are you're going to try it anyway.
Well, there's a silver cloud.
The only thing that might happen is you might critically fail.
Yeah.
A silver cloud? No, it is a silver cloud. I was going to say silver lining, but it's a silver cloud because it's still miserable. So I guess you're just going to shuffle off and join the others at the sim
any
shop.
luck? Any luck, Keth?
Absolutely not. But
that's a shame, mate.
It'll be all right, I'm sure. I'll
get you some boots or something.
Yeah. So is it shopping montage time?
Yes, please.
Roll montage.
Okay, so into the costume department you go again, and this time you all have a very clear vision in mind. And yet again, you grab lots and lots of things off the racks, things that you like, things that you think will look good, and you all run into the 4 adjacent changing rooms, and in and out you come, showing each other different outfits. Sometimes you're coming out wearing the same thing as each other, as you were before. Sometimes you go into one compartment and you come out of a different one. It's very strange. All sorts
Benny
of
Hill
shenanigans are going on. Yeah, it's very Benny Hill. So at one point, you all start chasing each other in and out of all the
sexy
compartments.
It's like there's an old-timey policeman and a couple of secretaries.
Yes. It's time for a sexy party.
Yes.
And eventually, you all settle on your posh dinner outfits. So very briefly, describe what those look like for me. Derek, you go first.
Come on.
So Derek would have wanted to know and we could just gloss over this quickly. Would have wanted to know whether it's better to go as like in a tux or disguised as a member of the military. He also would have very, very reluctantly, because of the stuff that he's been through, he will very reluctantly be wearing a modest fake beard because he feels that a dwarf without a beard will draw way more attention than they need at this point. So he tries to find a natural, kind of quite short but very modest beard that he tries on, and he looks at it in the mirror and he's like, okay, this will work, and he takes it off for now anyway. So he's not wearing it throughout the ship. But he finds quite a nice, like, very, very classically tailored sort of like navy blue tux with a satin shawl collar and some patent leather shoes. But he tries to he wants to make sure that the cut of the actual sleeve hides sort of this little bracer of blades that he's got, so that he can keep some sort of weapon on him. So maybe I should roll some sort of stealth check to see how well that is.
No, I quite like that.
Cool.
I'm happy with that.
And he chooses his smallest sort of. He tries to find one of those, like detectives have the shoulder holster. For Banger and the arcane pistol just go inside the jacket.
Lovely.
And a nice bow tie.
Very nice, a bow tie. Lovely. Malrus, you look like you had something in mind.
I've just made myself on Hero Forge really quickly.
Of course you have.
Nice. He is a wizard at that.
So I will show you. I'll show you that photo later. But I am out of my cleric's robes.
Yep.
And I'm into something a little bit smarter. It's a suit, open at the neck with a jacket, and it's green, with a little bit of
open collar. Nice.
Yeah, with a little bit of a sort of think Loki, when he's in his suit.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And it's green trousers, green jacket, sort of greeny goldy shirt. And greeny goldy shoes, and I've got sort of holsters for my gun and dagger on my back, and I've got my shield and my death cape still.
You're going to a dinner with a shield on your back and holsters.
I mean, I can take it off, but it's on Hero Forge at the minute.
Typically that's not a traditional dinnerware, unless you can argue some sort of. A cultural weapon, maybe. I don't know.
I'll keep my dagger.
I'm not sure a shield, a dagger, and two pistols is a cultural weapon, but maybe you could. Maybe you could get away with one of them, maybe. I don't know.
I'll dial the weapons down a bit.
Think military uniform dress attire often comes with a sword, but I don't think they come with... an AK-47, a bayonet attachment, two desert eagles.
I don't think I'll sneak my battle axe through. It's ceremonial.
You might not. No.
Keth's wearing a suit, but it's just really lumpy at the back where all of his weapons are hidden.
Okay, cool. Well, since we're on to that, Keth, what is Keth wearing?
Keth is picked out because it's a dinner. He's gone for the suit, but he's gone for the full white dinner jacket.
Nice
white dinner jacket, black bow tie,
suits you.
Red carnation, black trousers, and extraordinarily shiny shoes. He did have an issue when he went to order he got his sizes, and he ordered it was a 38 long. And there was too long, so we had to go for 38 regular. As he was trying
it for a while, turned up at the bottoms. But
just roll-ups. He had to quickly chucked in his original clothes, got them quickly done over, retailored at the legs and all that sort of stuff. But that's what it is, a white dinner jacket. He's got space for a dagger on his ankle, and he's got... Britannia, which is his arcane pistol, tucked in the back of his trousers. And I've got Bertha the musket,
nice.
Belindabus, and Britannia the arcane pistol.
Belindabus.
Nice. Because she's a bit magical and crazy.
I think in terms of the sheer number of weapons you have on your possession, I think you might have to leave some of them behind for the dinner.
So a dagger and Britannia is all that's coming with it.
Finally then, Jeff. What's Jeff's formal dinner attire going to be?
So Jeff he's gone for a little bit of a comfort as well as smart. So he's got some nice big sort of. Unfortunately, they look a little bit like Uggs. They look a bit like Uggs, but I think they are supposed to be smarter, more formal shoes. But they're blue, sort of like a nice smart blue, like quite a light blue, turquoisey blue. He's got brown smart trousers on, nice, and then he's gone for, unfortunately, very similar to Keth, a very white jacket. With a white sort of done up, sort of very
smart.
I suppose it kind of looks like a bow tie, but it's more sort of like just a bow. because it's not really. It's got like a long bit. It's got like a bit of a waist, like a cream waistcoat as well.
Like a
great
present.
shirt, and then because obviously his eye, that would be horrendous. So he's gone for a monocle. It's a fancy dinner party, so he's got a monocle.
Monocle, nice.
Over the eye, and then just as a way of sort of potentially trying to sneak in a weapon, he's got a big top hat, a big white top hat on as well. So more importantly, he's taller than Keth now.
Like Fred Astaire. Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh.
As I'm looking up at this hat going, just grumbling.
I have to duck through doorways now, Keth.
Brilliant. Okay, lovely. So you've all got your new dinner attire prepared, and it's a few more days at sea as the Teldath heads towards the island of Nemmonis. Nemmonis. That's the one. I think I might have said Nemesis earlier, but it's Nemmonis. And yeah, you're all doing whatever it is you guys have done in those 2 days, preparing yourselves for high society. You've been learning all about the do's and don'ts of the upper classes, the upper echelon of society from River, of all things. She's been telling you all about them and learning all sorts of things because River knows many, many things. She's wise. And you learn much about how to behave in high society. Well,
and
yes.
mean.
And after those lessons, you feel very prepared, and you eventually the Teldath starts coming to a stop, and you're summoned to the deck of the Teldath by the usual Car Lexar announcements. And are you all heading up on deck, or are you gonna? Yeah.
Are we suited up and going up?
Yeah, well, I assume you're going to put your dinner suits on.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're all dressed and ready to roll. And as you head upstairs, you are greeted by Captain Timbers, and he says, "Very smart, boys. Very smart. You are certain to blend in with that outfit. Now, one of you must take the leading role, and the others will be, as they say, the entourage. So, who among you will be that?"
Which one of us
I'm
is
pretty
dressed
sure I've got a
fanciest?
top hat on.
Yeah.
I've got a top hat on the tallest.
I'm going to say,
So,
top hat.
Jeff, you're going
With a
to be
monocle.
the invited guest.
Yes, of course. I am.
And the rest of you will be his entourage.
Being saved as Jeff Silverbow Fancy. Just 'cause
Fancy.
He
Brilliant.
looks fancy.
Emperor Silverbow.
I love it. Brilliant.
Oh, very smart.
Very snazzy. Yeah, I think you might stand out a little bit with the shield and pistol and such like, but
Miami Vice Malrus.
all your torches on.
Fuck, that would have been amazing.
I should have done that. Should have done a roll jacket.
Yeah.
Please. Never mind, it's too late now.
Linen suit.
Yeah.
Okay. And the captain, he says, right, your longboat is awaiting you over there. When you arrive on the island, head straight to the manor. I implore you not to skulk around. It will only raise more attention. I suspect they will be expecting you, but they do not know who exactly you are. So simply show them the invitation, and he hands you the invitation.
Thanks very much.
Have we got real names, fake names? What are we doing, lads? Just so we can get this cleared up. We don't give anything away. I would prefer fake names because, we've made quite a name for ourselves.
My name, I'm going to go with Jeff, but spelt with Geoff. And then I'm going to go with Gold Dagger.
Nice.
Oh my God. Sure.
I will be Rick Danger.
Oh,
because you're Derek. I like it.
Rick Danger. Amazing. Love it. Yeah, Malrus, what are you going with? Have I got to learn these names, or can I continue to call you your actual
You
character
can call us
names?
our actual character names, but
unless we introduce ourselves to NPCs, then you have to remember.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
okay.
going to be M.
Just M.
M. Like
What?
M in Bond. M.
So to not be suspicious, you're going to have a code
You're
name.
going to have a code name which begins with the first letter of your own name.
Yeah. Well, I was panicking, and that's what came out of my mouth.
Just the rest of the letters just didn't. Alrus just didn't come out.
This is why we're
That'll do.
discussing it
It's
now.
not enough
so we don't get
it's
into a
not enough
situation where
time.
you go, "Oh, I'm definitely not Malrus Toscouple."
It was the
What do you do
quickest-
for a living? I'm not a spy.
Yeah.
Just the quickest name.
Don't
I
tell me
could
name,
think
Pike.
of.
Nice.
So Mannering Toscobble, is it?
Ooh.
And why don't you
right,
call yourself Milo?
Can't decide between Emperor Fabulous or Sir William Shaftesbury. I'm going to go with Sir William
Nice, I like
Shaftesbury.
that a
So
lot,
William Shaftesbury with Bill Snakespeare. Brilliant. Okay.
He's coming too.
Has he got a little bow tie as well?
I was thinking about putting that on. I might put a small pair of spectacles on him.
Okay, sure.
Like a snake dinner suit, like a
Horn
condom.
rimmed. he hates putting stuff on, so he's just got a pair of horn rimmed
Nice,
spectacles.
nice. I've got all of those written down now, so I'll remember. It's fine.
Amazing. Literally amazing. Okay, cool.
I've forgotten what yours are already.
Yeah, I've forgotten Keth already. We just heard it. Christ.
Captain Timbers, he says to you, the Teldath will remain here. I'm rendezvousing with a comrade of mine, and, well, it means we will be on hand should things go tits up, as they say. There will in fact be 2 of us here to help, so all things considered, we will be able to rescue you should it all go wrong. But be aware...
Are we still flying a black flag as we go into port?
we're not going to port. The Teldath has come to a stop sort of just over the horizon from the island.
And we go off from there. Okay.
To look over the top of the horizon to see.
Just the people in the chap in the crow's nest it can just about see the island over the horizon there. And he says, your longboat here is one of our fastest. You'll be on land in no more than 15 minutes.
2 shakes of an that's rudder.
Which one is the captain's chair? Because I feel like I should sit in the captain's chair of the longboat, because I'm like the official one.
I mean, they're all self-piloted, so, I mean, you can sit where you like. None of you have steered any so far. You've all just got in and have gone.
Very true. The guy on the deck with the remote control.
We're not trusted to row our own stuff, but we'll fuck off. We'll get it wrong.
Right, you must find whatever this item is that they are using to cause these terrible pains. If it is what I suspect it is, then it will be in the shape of a doll. Starflower has found me all the research on this item, and by all accounts, the reports we're getting from this island are, well, in line with what we understand this item to do. So, I recommend you, well, how do you say, don't fuck it up.
Right, yep.
Always useful advice, Captain, thank you.
Now, you still have your stones of far speech, eh?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got mine back
If
now.
it all goes to tits, just call. And we will be there, but... if you do, there is very little chance that we, unless you already have it in your possession, will be able to acquire the item. So only do so if it all does go to shit. All right?
And you think this item is in the possession of, what's his name? Adam?
Colonel Arthur Cameron.
Colonel Arthur Cameron. Okay.
He's a wily old fox, and he's been around for longer than you or I. He knows the game, and he is prepared to do whatever it takes. In my experience, that is pretty much anything. So, go in, blend in, find the item, and get out. Do we have an accord?
Yep.
We do.
I don't think we should be doing any music, but I agree with you.
He's a witty one. I'll not lie. Right, into your longboat, the lot of you. Good luck, and fuck off.
Fuck off.
I'm really starting to get to grips with these gnome phrases now.
Fuck off, Captain. Fuck off, Captain. We'll see you soon.
Fuck off, Captain. Fuck off.
We'll be back before you know it.
It's my favourite thing. And the longboats...
I don't know what to say.
So that'd be the end of this week's tale. Our boys are off. Jump ship and set sail.
Arr, not really. It'd be I, James, your devious dungeon master. How'd you all going there? It's time for a teeny tiny pause so that I can have you all to myself for a quick moment's chat before we get back to the story. Firstly, as always, I want to give a huge chest-thumping thank you for listening to Britannia. We are really close to achieving an amazing 12,000 downloads, and it's all thanks to you guys. Of course, there are some very important shout-outs that require, well, shouting to a couple of very lucky salty lot. Firstly, to Shay C. Rinky, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, who tweeted us, your story about the moment you broke your DM was hilarious. And take it from me, those 4 buffoons are convinced that they can catch me out and break my game. But I am far too clever for that. Unless it's Malrus, maybe. But never mind. And also a huge congratulations and a round of applause to our fiendishly difficult quiz competition winner, Nari R. You really know your stuff, and that, of course, means that you'll be naming Jeff's next weapon, unless Keth steals it from him, of course. But don't worry, you lot. More competitions are coming, which means more prizes. Huzzah! Now, returning once again to the random celebrity shout-out this week, we could hardly believe ourselves. And we discovered that Anthony Hopkins and Mel C are huge fans of the show. I know. Well, hey, look, no one's come forward to say that they aren't. So, you know. Now, if you can't wait until next week's instalment of The Adventure, you can always check us out on social media. So whatever floats your boat, be that Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, we're always singing shanties in there. You'll be able to see extra content, chat with the crew, and even win some prizes. Wherever you do get your podcast from, while you're there, you can really help us by giving Roll Britannia a snazzy 5-star review. In the competitive, turbulent, high seas of D&D podcast land, it really does help more fantastic people like your good selves to discover the show. And, as always, make sure you mash that subscribe button or Derek will run you through faster than you can say, "Is that beard real?" But that's quite enough from me this week, so it's time to reach for your pistols, stare your best 1,000-yard stare, and crash back into the action. The longboat lowers itself over the edge and drops again from just a little higher than you're comfortable with into the ocean. There's a bit of a splash. And just as it lands, the longboat starts to accelerate and accelerate and accelerate, and gradually you feel the boat start to lift up out of the water onto hydrofoils. And it is cruising along now. Absolutely busting along. And Jeff, I hope you're holding on to your top hat.
Oh, yes.
Very nice.
And and within just a few minutes, the island itself is coming well into view, and you see a beach ahead of you, and the boat drops down off its hydrofoils, but it's not really slowed down much more than that, and it's approaching the beach quite rapidly and slows down ever so slightly so as not to be terrifying. But as it reaches the beach, as you have experienced in the past, it just rides casually up the beach, leaving a trench behind it until sand resistance brings the longboat to a halt, and it gently rocks to the side.
I get out first and then help, quote unquote, Jeff out of the boat, showing like extreme deference to him, as if he's like our boss.
I'll step out and be like a sort of security detail, I guess. Some sort of bouncer for him.
I will follow
and just step out, checking the area so it looks like we're supposed to be there.
I'm looking around at the fact that these guys have suddenly jumped into characters like this and thought this is quite sweet and just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna take Derek's hand and look at Keth all like sound and like get helped off the boat. And this is wicked. This is the best island we've been to so far. To be honest, Derek, I could do with some grapes if you can get hold of some.
Yes, sir. I will look for them immediately.
A big palm frond. He says through gritted teeth, like, yes.
See how far I can push this before someone snaps at me and the whole thing's blown just because I've got too greedy and wanting things. Snapping my fingers at people. Oh, short one. Yes, you, Keth.
He's still taller than you.
I've got my hat.
He's just wearing a big hat. I fear this may be the undoing of this quest. Keth will have one short gag too many and just rip open his jacket like
Hulk out of it.
Just starts killing.
So as you're looking around this rather idyllic-looking beach, you see literally one path leading away and up this sort of hill in the centre of the island to a very impressive-looking manor, which appears to be the only visible building on the island.
Is there a lot of like guards around and that kind of thing? Is it like busy or is there not? Okay.
Not that you can see.
Is it night or day?
It's daytime.
Daytime.
It's sort of, I would say, early, mid to late afternoon. So it's not like the middle of the day. It's the sun's going down. You're arriving, let's say, 5 o'clock, sometime like that. So it's
pre-drinks. We've got time for pre-drinks. We're in.
What's our?
Are we looking around for a bar on the beach again?
What's our cover story, lads? I'm just going to whisper this to like the guys as we're walking up. What's our cover story? Who are we? Is the question.
We're here for Jeff Geoff Gold Dagger. We'll be his security detail. Me and you, Derek.
Malrus is his.
Derek, what was your name again?
Rick Danger. Rick Danger, yeah.
Rick Danger.
Are you his IT consultant then, or something?
Malrus could be
He's just a general go-getter.
Malrus could be like his personal priest.
He just keeps
to
me
guide
healthy.
him in all his decisions.
He's like the yoga instructor and personal assistant and health instructor. Life coach, yes.
Yeah.
Malrus is the life coach.
Remember, Malrus, positive thinking and visualization.
I'll do my best.
And where are you from? This is the question that's going to be asked of you. Have you got a story about where you're from?
Teldath.
Teldathia.
I think Teldath might be a known name, though.
Deltathia.
Fine by me.
Yeah, we're all Deltathians.
Yeah.
Right.
Delta
okay.
Thea. There we go. Delta Thea.
Delta Thea. Very nice. I like it. Okay. Are you? What are you doing?
After Charlie Thea and before Fox.
Nice.
Sorry.
What are we doing then? What are you doing?
I will defer to our boss.
Chip, you're in charge.
Oh, this is.
You are.
Oh, fuck! We didn't think this through.
Yeah.
We really didn't, did we?
Yeah. We turn left and disappear into the jungle.
I think we need to find civilization. Excuse me, people, we need to find civilization. Come on, I'm going to try and put on a little bit more of a posher accent because I have to get into the character of being slightly posher. So, come on, boys. This is going to be so unnecessarily British, and I apologise for our American listeners. That's right.
Are you a lord or a young?
We need to head. I shall be... I think Lord Golddagger sounds quite nice, don't you?
Lord Golddagger.
Yes.
Lord Golddagger. I'll drop
actually,
my lord.
I would quite like the phrase as it's young Lord Golddagger.
Are you a rapper?
Not yet, but I'm trying.
Young Lord Golddagger is fucking
breaking
sick,
in the ice. Come on, lads. We must continue along this path. Find me some civilization. I need to get away from this dirty ocean and get myself clean, ready for the party.
My apologies, Master.
Okay.
Certainly, sir.
Keth and I are going to make a big show of looking around for, danger and that kind of thing. Even
checking his six, all of that.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Cool.
Whispering into our collars.
Cuffs, very nice.
Into our shirt cuffs, not our collars.
And we head up, I think.
Okay, so you head up the path. It's a nicely made winding path that leads gently up the hill until you come to a wrought iron gate with a gatehouse and some guards in dark suits with dark glasses. And
so they're blinded.
Shades of Horatio Kane.
So we have advantage.
They are carrying formidable-looking muskets. And they point them vaguely in your direction and shout, "Halt!" Who goes there?
I casually hold the invitation up to one side, expecting someone to take it from me. Just sort of hold it, waiting for Derek or Malrus, waiting for Rich or M to grab.
Oh, yes,
just to sort
of
hand
course,
it to them.
I apologise. And then I sort of head over and go, this is the young Lord Jeff Golddagger from Teldathia. We received this invitation and have come to experience the delights of your island. I'd like to roll a deception check because most of that is a lie, or all of it is a lie.
Yeah, I mean, let's do a bit of D&D, shall we? Yeah, roll it.
Wicked.
What? We have to roll dice? Hang
So
on, I didn't sign up for this.
Is a so that would be a 18 plus. That's a 28.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I rolled an 8, so yeah, I mean, that's going to do it.
Yeah.
That's going to do it. They are fully believing you. They say,
My apologies for the state of our dress. We've had a brief journey from sea, even though we all look immaculate.
I see.
Do we have to stand out in the cold all day, or can we please get inside? I have had a long journey, and I'm very tired.
The Lordship is expecting your Lordship, so head on inside, and the footman will greet you.
I'd like to pull one of the guards just aside as we pass and go, I trust all the proper arrangements have been made for the clientele that we will have here this evening.
Arrangements? What arrangements are these?
You didn't get our forwarded missive? That is. Who is your boss?
Mr. Pearson. Mr. Pearson.
Mr. Pearson. And your name is?
Jake.
Okay, Jake. I'll let this one slide for now, but please don't let it happen again. We trusted that we would be in, safe company. We're going to have to Sir William Shaftesbury and I are going to have to check some of the surroundings before we feel comfortable to relax. We can't let our...
I mean, I can assure you, sir, that the security of this island is top-notch. There is none better.
Yes, but the answer that you've just given me about not getting our missive doesn't fill me with exact confidence, I'm afraid. I'm sure you're doing the best you can, but we might as well double-check. It would be, I wouldn't be doing my job properly if I didn't.
Well, if you must insist on inspecting the island, I will have one of the crew come with you.
Naturally.
And he gestures to one of the junior security guards, and he says, "This is Dave."
Hello, Dave. Nice to meet you. I offer a hand.
What was your name, my friend?
My name is Rick Danger, but you could just call me Rick.
Dave, this is Rick.
Hello, Dave.
Dave is one of our junior security agents here. He will be happy to escort you around the property.
Thank you very much. And as we head inside, I'll just just say to both of them, Good job, lads. I know it can't be easy standing out here all day. Hopefully you could get a drink, something to eat later on, and then we head inside.
Okay, and you head off through the gates and
Dave.
Towards the manor. With Dave, yeah. We've got two choices here. I'm going to leave it up to you guys, because the security guard is obviously going to escort you up to the main building. But would some of you like to go with Dave to assess the security around the perimeter, or are you happy to have him lead you in and connect with him later? What do you want to do?
Is the dungeon master actively allowing us to split up?
I mean, I have warned you about this before, but I'm not going to hold your hand here.
Is someone going to die in a really simple search and just you're just doing recon? Surely you can't die in recon.
Certainly would love to see your security office, Dave.
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, and he says, "All right then, come with me."
Your voice has changed, Dave. Are you okay?
Sorry, I've got a cold.
Those strep stills are strong.
There is certainly one
Fisherman's friends.
William Shaftesbury, would you, as my fellow security guard that we totally are, would you like to come assess the situation?
You guys are weird.
Yes, Rick Danger, good compadre of mine.
Providing the young lord will give us leave for now.
Sir?
I nod. I nod towards them and sort of dismiss them with my hand.
That's
okay. So then
seeing how much I can get away with this at this point. They've given me the
Derek Keth smiles his sweetest smile.
So Dave indicates up to the main house for two of you, and says the front doors are over there. Just go and ring the bell, and the butler will show you in. Meanwhile, you two come with me, and I'll show you our security provisions.
Sir, we'll see you soon. Don't worry.
Come on, my lord.
Don't dawdle now. We have important matters to attend to.
Certainly not, sir. And I bow really, really deeply and obnoxiously.
Jesus, Danger.
Are you still here? Go do your duties and come on. We must to the room.
Yes, my lord.
Come on, Danger, let's go. Through gritted Keth teeth.
Yeah.
Are you coming?
Yes, we are. Pleased about it as well.
We'll follow him. Yeah.
So he leads you off on a path that sort of leads on a tangent past the main frontage of the house and towards a small porter cabin off towards the boundary. And there's a little set of steps up to it, and he opens the door, and inside is your typical security cabin, you might say. There's some desks, some lockers, and a table with a set of very grubby-looking cards. And he says, well, this is the main security office. We run a few shifts, staggered across the day and throughout the night as well. There's only one entrance to the property. That's the main gate you came in through. We have dog patrols walking the grounds at night. And frankly, there's a few wild beasts out beyond the boundaries of the property that even if you broke onto the island, you probably wouldn't want to be coming through the jungle because, well, the last person that tried, we never saw again.
Well,
is there anybody else in the security office, or has he just led us into the empty?
He's just led you in there to discuss.
And are there any kind of like magical means of like scrying that would be on sort of a closed circuit and would look slightly like a...
Are you asking if there's CCTV on the property?
Yes, I am. Totally. Magical CCTV.
On the sphere.
There isn't anything in the way of magical CCTV, but you can see in the corner an array of coloured crystals mounted to a board.
Dave, what are those?
There are perimeter alarms.
And they are attached to the fence that surrounds the property, I assume, or
the fences, the walls, the windows, the doors. Anytime anyone comes in, so of an evening, if we know where the lordship is going to be, we make sure that there's security on various parts of the property that he's unlikely to be in. Of course, he has his own pass, so they're sort of attuned to his aura. Apparently, I'm not entirely sure how it works. We had an artificer come in to fit it all.
And he carries this.
Of course, we had him killed afterwards, so he couldn't tell anyone how it works.
Naturally,
that's a very good tactic, Dave.
Yeah,
very good.
I'm sure he got paid very well. You know.
We paid him a fortune.
Yeah. Well,
of course, the fees for being executed are quite exorbitant, so we took most of the cut out of that.
Yeah,
it's very expensive. There's disposal and all sorts.
Yeah,
there's all the counselling afterwards as well.
Oh, the amount of bollocking we got from our lord for cocking up the last couple of executions, I can tell you. Isn't that right, Sir? William.
That's right, Danger. He told me to take care of somebody, and I literally took care of him.
He gave him a nice meal out for two, and he was not happy. Anyway,
we've all made that mistake before.
Pass.
So, Dave, someone crosses the fences, someone breaks the perimeter, the crystal go off in that area.
It lights up in that area, and we know exactly where. You can see there the little labels. They tell you where that crystal is attuned to, so we know where the breach or the unauthorized access has been, and we dispatch the runners.
Your colonel, he carries a pass with him, does he?
Well, it's not so much a pass as he carries himself with him, and he has what they call in the performance industry access all areas.
Don't tell the young lord about it. He'll be asking us for one of them next, won't he?
I'll leave you to tell your lordship. Our lordship probably won't tell your lordship either. It's a closely guarded secret.
Not.
So, mum's the word, as they say. Us security agents, we've got to know these things, but
got to stick together.
Yeah. And he taps the side of his nose.
And Derek sort of taps his as well, conspiratorial.
Where do we get our passes from then, Dave? You know. Us all being security agents, of course.
So if we wanted to come here and chill out in your lovely cabin.
Well, you were able to come in here because my access grants me access to this building. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to access it without a member of security with you.
Right.
Although there are a number of areas on the property that are, as they say, public areas, so you will be able to access those. That will include things like the parlour, the breakfast room, dining room, ballroom, if that's been opened. There's a library. There's a billiards room as well. That's quite fancy. There's quite a fair few public areas in the house, but there are, of course, more private areas like his lordship's study, the master suites and bedrooms. And of course, if you are intending to stay, there will be suites allocated to your lordship, and you will, of course, be free to access the servants' quarters for lodgings of your own.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you, despite the fact that you clearly didn't get our missive that we sent ahead. But it's nice to know that a lot of our concerns have been satisfied. Tell me, just one more thing as I'm about to leave the door, and I do like that.
You're sort of outside, and then you just pop your head back in.
As I'm fiddling with a cigar in my hand.
How many guards are there you got on your payroll? Well, his payroll.
That's a very suspicious question, my friend.
Yeah, just making sure that we've got, we're nice and secure up here. Wouldn't want to get my hands dirty again. I've sort of given up that
We've got
life.
a duty of care to our young lord. We need to make sure all the security provisions are taken care of. I'm sure you understand one security agent to
care,
another.
That's the what I was looking for.
Well, certainly one security agent to another. I can assure you that our lordship has taken all preventable measures to ensure that your lordship is and will always remain his own lordship.
Well, of course, but let me tell you, son, something about this game we've been in. William, how long have we been doing this?
I've been doing this for some 20-odd years now.
20 minutes.
Quite easily.
And he was there when I started. Clearly, I'm the younger and more handsome of the two.
Well, that is very clear.
But if not slightly taller.
I have to say, you're for a half orc, you're shorter than I expected.
So's my temper, young man. Don't push it.
But, as I was saying, it'd be nice to know that we're in, considerably armed company beyond magic. It tends to fail at the worst of times, to be honest. So, if I knew that we had, say, 24 guards.
I couldn't possibly say exactly how many there are because, well, it's security. We can't reveal all the secrets. To be honest with you, I probably told you a little more than I probably should have done. But you seem like good, down to earth, on the level dwarves and half orcs.
Is that a short joke?
This is, but put it this way: if the island were to be invaded by marauding pirates, buccaneers, and the likes, there would need to be a good few ships worth before we were outnumbered, and certainly before we were outgunned.
That is good to know. That gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling. Dogs as well. I like it.
And you've clearly disguised the arsenal that you've got around quite well, because we didn't see any guns coming in.
Well, security only works if it's well disguised.
Discreet, one agent to another.
I can say the same thing myself.
Excellent work, young man.
Well, your lordship doesn't want to come in seeing cannons and sharp barbed wire everywhere. No, he wants to see beautiful ornate fencing. And
as a colonel, he gets enough of that at work, doesn't he?
Well, his lordship is retired now, but listen, your lordship is probably waiting for you back up at the house. I don't care for you to leave him unprotected on a personal level for any extended level of time.
He's very safe.
Certainly, but personal security is best served on person.
Naturally.
So let me take you back up to the house and we'll locate your lordship and then I shall get back to my shift.
Oh, that would be excellent. I wouldn't want to get you in trouble. And give our best to the gent that took Saurus inside, will
Jake?
you? Yes, of course. That's his name. Well, as he starts leading us back, I'd like to turn to him at some point and just go... sort of just like very casually, like, so if we wanted to find you, go for a swift half once we clock off, whereabouts are you going to be stationed for the rest of the evening?
Are you asking for the movements of security personnel on a scheduled basis?
No.
Sounds like he's asking for his number.
No.
Or are you looking to take him for a drink?
I'm asking how I can find my new friend, Dave. That was it.
Jesus, Danger, your memory's getting terrible.
Oh, yes. A couple of knocks to the old noggin.
I'm sorry, Dave. You've seen some really horrible stuff.
I've done some really horrible stuff as well, Dave.
Haven't we all? Yes. You don't get into this business without having done some questionable things. Anyway, if you're looking for me later, just find your nearest member of the security team and ask them for Dave. They'll know where to find me.
Thanks, Dave.
And you're Dave, are you?
I'm Dave, yes.
Okay, yeah, good to know.
You're very strange.
God's sake, Derek. Dave, we'll see you later. Keep it up. Stay vigilant, stay sharp.
Have you been... did you get kicked by a horse?
You could say that, yes, Dave. I'm tiring of you now. I should have to go to my boss and tell him all about you. See you later, Dave.
That was so menacing.
Derek's in a silly mood.
Well, the lads opened the letter, though it took them a while. Then a short montage later, they had a new style. Keth, now smaller, went in search of a cure, but Starflower said no, and of that she was sure. Now on an island with identities under cover, what dark secrets of the Colonel will they discover? So Malrus and Jeff have gone off to the house, while Derek and Keth get escorted about. Will Derek get the security to tell him when and where? Find out next time on Roll Britannia.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
Tired of ads crashing your comedy podcast party? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free comedy to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.